Good afternoon, welcome to Monday's rundown video. Today is the 14th of June. Let's talk about key to the market this week. It is the Federal Reserve's Federal Open Market Committee, or FOMC meeting, the transcript of which will be released on Wednesday and followed by Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell's speech. For the past couple days, we've seen a continuing rotation from value into growth, as the market now sides with the Fed's stance that inflation is transitory. I think the market will continue to look for this word transitory from the FOMC minutes on Wednesday. And if that is the case, the NASDAQ will continue to grind higher, which actually led the market today and made all-time high. We'll talk more about inflation, interest rates, growth versus value as we go further into the week, especially after the FOMC meeting. Now let's talk some stocks we want to focus on today and tomorrow. First is our action adding AMD today to our portfolio. As I've alluded to last week, we really like AMD here. Spectacular growth company which has done practically nothing for 1 year. If indeed we're heading into a low inflation, low interest rate environment for the later half of this year and also early next year, I think AMD is primed to run the most amongst growth stocks, simply because it hasn't done anything compared to companies like Nvidia in the same sector, which is up more than 10% year to date. Second, we're watching Ford and General Motors. We took some shares of Ford and General Motors off the table last week at higher prices, and indeed those stocks have been coming down, which makes them very attractive for us to at least add back in the amount that we sold last week. Nothing has changed for those companies since the recent rally. The moves down on prices for the past week we think are due to the overall market, especially the Dow Jones driving them down. So the fundamentals have not changed. Third, we're considering adding some more of Wynn Resorts. Shares have come down sharply from recent high of 135. Looks like we're heading to 120, which makes it a good opportunity to add to our existing position. Nothing about this trade has changed except the stock price. We continue to look to the reopening in Vegas, which is still on track and strengthening. The reopening in Macau, as we've discussed, hits a snafu, but we expect that to eventually be resolved. Lastly, we're eyeing industrials and bank stocks on those recent pullbacks since last week. We think they'll continue to pull back while the NASDAQ will continue to churn higher, at least until we hear from the Federal Reserve on Wednesday. We're not doing anything right now. We'll wait and see. So that's it for a video today, short and sweet. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you back tomorrow.